Hi everyone and welcome for this review of Biarritz Airport by Flightbeam Studios. This airport was released early May and is available on the Flightbeam webshop for $14.99. It features HD textures, PBR material, custom dynamic jetways and custom ground vehicles. Let's start by having a look at the general location. Biarritz is located in the southwest of France, right next to the Spanish border. It's a popular coastal town as it is a well-known surfing spot. The airport, located just to the east, usually sees about 1 million passengers a year. Typical visitors include Air France, EasyJet, and Ryanair. It has a single runway of about 2,200 meters. Runway 27 is equipped with an ILS Cat 1, and runway 09 has an RNP approach. First off, let's have a look at the terminal. As you can see, it features quite a distinct diamond shape, and this is perfectly reproduced in the sim. The 3D modeling is really well done. The roof features PBR material and quite dirty textures, adding to the realism of the scenery. Moving on to the front of the terminal, we can see once again that the 3D modeling is on point. The inside of the terminal is not modeled, and no transparent textures is used here. However, glass reflections are present and make up for that to some extent. The two custom dynamic jetways are very detailed and greatly modeled. They have superb textures from up close, and we can immediately see that the developers took great care in adding details such as stains, paint marks, and imperfections. There is also a good number of objects around, such as various ground vehicles and cones. Control tower is also very well modeled. Again, no transparent glass is used here, however, the glass textures are very detailed and features various wear marks, rust on the roof. All in all, the model is really true to life. And now we're looking at the Bizjet Terminal. Here again, the 3D modeling is good, but I get the feeling that the textures for this part of the airport are slightly less detailed compared to the main passenger terminal. The fire station has a peculiar roof shape that has been well reproduced here. The textures are once again very clear, even up close. The underground fueling point is modeled accurately too and features 3 custom refueling trucks. Here is a look at the apron markings and textures, starting with the main commercial apron, Charlie. All the markings are true to life and match the chart. There are 2 static aircraft, which to my knowledge can't be deactivated. The ground textures are very detailed with several skid marks and old stains. This adds to the realism of the scenery. I also really like the shade of the yellow and red used for the markings. It looks far more realistic than in the default airport. And here is a look at Apron Alpha. Here again, all the parking spots are well represented and match the chart. Now let's jump to the other side of the airport. Here we have the south parking for general aviation. As you can see, there is great detail in the ground markings. You can also see the Dassault Aviation factory. This is where they build the Falcon series aircraft, and it's quite a big hangar in real life. It is very well modeled, and I really love the details on the roof, showing the wear and tear. Now let's have a closer look at the taxiways. Here we are on taxiway November 1, going towards the holding point. Once again, a very good job by the developers on the textures. They show a visible amount of use. The markings also match the real airport, of course. The scenery also features custom runway guard lights, also known as wigwags. Those are very well modeled and feature a nice animation. My only regret is that they do not shine very bright and they do not project lights in front of them. Let's now have a look at the runway textures. This is one of the highlights of the scenery to me. I really like the textures they use for the marking paints. Also, the runway surface itself is superbly reproduced and the PBR material help in enhancing its great texture. One of the best runway rendering I've seen in the sim, for sure. The runway profile is fairly flat as it is in real life. There is a very slight dip noticeable towards Taxiway November that we can notice here. Let's move landside now. Here is the bus terminal and view of the car parking area. The parking lot features a big number of different cars, helping to make the scenery feel alive. The set of residential white buildings we can see at the back of the parking lot is also true to life and a nice touch to the scenery. And here we are on the extended center line of runway 09. We have a nice view of the coastline and the beach that extends to the north. We can recognize the horse track and the small lake on short final. Runway 09 features basic approach lights and a display threshold, as you can see. And now runway 27. The final approach crosses a river, a big highway and a commercial center to the left. These are all well reproduced in the sim. Let's now have a look at the airport at night time. As you can see, the apron lighting is very well done. In the absence of transparent glass, the terminal uses textured lighted windows. And now let's have a look at the airport under rainy conditions. The airport is making full use of reflective material, and the color of markings work really well in these conditions. Once again, an excellent job from the developers. In conclusion, I think this is a great rendering of Biarritz Airport. The area is interesting to fly to, close to the ocean and next to mountains. I would definitely recommend this add-on to anyone wanting to fly in the south of France, and I'm looking forward to Flightbeam next release. Please leave a comment below about your thoughts. I'd love to know what you think of the scenery. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more reviews, live streams and tutorials.